Hi, my name is Shanika Willis. I'm the sister of Kyle Willis, whom we lost on August 30th of 2011. Kyle was my brother, my very best friend. He died of an abscess tooth infection. He went to multiple, I'm sorry, he went to multiple hospitals, and the first hospital that he went to refused him. They sent him home with a prescription for a painkiller and for an antibiotic. What they didn't explain to Kyle is that the antibiotic is what would kill the tooth infection. So Kyle was in pain he had been in pain for about 3 or 4 days. And so he was in pain, so he could only afford to pay for the painkiller. So he got the painkiller, as anybody would if they were in excruciating pain, and he took the medicine. He should have been taking the antibiotic because that's what will kill the infection. Kyle went back to the doctor, to the hospital, and they turned him away and said that there was no dentist on call. There was nothing that they could do for him. So on the third time, I came home from school and found my brother, laying on the couch in so much pain and disoriented. He didn't know who he was. He didn't know who I was. And the infection was getting to his brain. At the time, I did not know that. I called 911, and they put him in the ambulance. When the ambulance got there, they thought that my brother they didn't know what was wrong with him. Nobody had ever seen anything like it because he had already become combative. So they restrained him into the back of the ambulance, and we went on to Anderson Mercy.
Yes.
And when we got there, they took Kyle back. I wasn't allowed to go with him, and nobody had any clue what was going on, so they sedated him. So when I went back to see my brother, I saw that he was just lying there. They told me that he wasn't passed away or anything, but that he could hear me, but he was just under. They ran some tests on him and found that there was some fluid on his brain, so they transferred him to another hospital, University of Cincinnati. And when Kyle got there, he was brain dead. Kyle had died from an abscessed tooth. He was 24 years old, single father, one of the best people you could ever engage with. He had a beautiful smile, just like me, just like my aunt.
Beautiful.
And never had many problems with his teeth in his life. This is very important, to know your knowledge, to get dentists, to be able to help low-income people, to help anybody who needs the help, and just knowledgeable about brushing your teeth and staying in contact and doing your doing your checkups. Do your checkups, brush your teeth.
Hi, my name is Patti Collins. I go by Peppermint Patty. And Kyle Willis was and is my nephew. And Shanika spoke so eloquently about Kyle. What I remember most was I was devastated because of the fact I was out of town and I couldn't help. My husband and I, Bootsy, were in California, and I remember calling home just to check on my mom and dad. Hi, how are ya? How's the family? And my mother updated me and said, Kyle is having a toothache. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I said, when I get home, I will call him and see if he would like to go to the dentist that I go to. So we flew home, and that evening I called to find out what was going on with Kyle. And by that time, I got another call, like right behind that call, saying that he was at the emergency room at University Hospital here in Cincinnati. All the family was called in. I jumped in my car and I went to the hospital. And when I got there, I just remember everybody, hovered around in the intensive care part of the emergency room. They actually had moved Kyle to that area, from the emergency to the intensive care. they told us that he was actually brain dead. And we were all like, how could this be from a tooth? It was just incredible, because one moment this young man at the age of 24, beautiful soul, great smile, ambition to be someone great. I just want to encourage everyone. First of all, know that your mouth is the gateway to your whole entire body. So whatever you put in your mouth, or how you take care of your mouth with lots of brushing and flossing, drinking lots of water, staying hydrated, all of that is very, very important. But what also is important, if you do have any kind of pain in the mouth and you need a dentist, the hospital, the emergency room, is not the correct place to go to. If you're underserved and you don't have the funding for it, there are so many dental clinics that are available for us here in the greater Cincinnati area. We are one of the top ones in the country that offer dental clinics, and they work with you. You can walk in and pay nothing until you're able to pay something, and they won't turn you away. So I will say to you, to learn more, please go to bootsycollinsfoundation.org and you will see the Kyle Willis Oral Care Program. You can also go to closingthehealthgap.org and yes, Do Right Kids Initiative. Together we can.